Hi, everyone. It's Mrs. Lushball. So, we're going to talk about goals, and we're going to be setting 2 theater goals in class. So, what is a goal? Think about that for a second. So, a goal. A goal is a dream for the future with a purpose and a deadline. But what's a wish? A wish is a goal without a plan. So, goals have plans and can be accomplished. Wish are just things that we wish for. So, here's an example. Wishes are kind of fleeting, where goals, you can see by the sticky notes, are planned out and you work towards them, you stick to it, and you reach the goal. So, why do we have to set goals in our life? Without goals, life just happens to you rather than you decide what you want from your life. They help you decide what you want, they give you a direction to work towards, they give you a clear picture of where you want to go. They help push yourself just that little bit more. They give you motivation and focus, and they help you do all the things that you want to do in your life. Research shows that when you make a SMART goal, your chances for success are greater. When you make a SMART goal, you break your dream of the future into what we call manageable parts. So research shows that goals are more successful when you tell others, you either write them down or share, monitor the progress, and then you celebrate your success. So, goal setting. Let's talk about what a SMART goal is. SMART goals have specifics, they're measurable, they're obtainable, they're relevant, and they're time bound. And that's where the SMART acronym comes from. So, let's talk about specifics. Be specific. So, let's go over these. I want to do better in school versus I want to turn in all my math homework this week on time. So being specific says that you need to state exactly what you want to do. You give the exact behavior and the exact results, just like the bullseye. Let's talk about being measurable. I want to get the grades I deserve versus I will get B's and above this trimester. So being measurable, you must state your goal in a way that you can accurately measure your progress. Examples of ways to measure are numbers of referrals, tardies, grades, gradebook. How else can you measure your goals? So think about that because you're going to be writing 2 theater goals. How could you measure what you want to obtain? Now let's talk about attainability. So to be attainable, I will complete all my 25 missing assignments tonight versus I will complete 1 missing assignment of my 25 a night for the next 25 nights. Or I will get 2 missing assignments tonight. So you want to make it obtainable. You want to make your goals realistic and appropriate, and that you can actually obtain them. So if you work hard, it will actually happen. You don't want to make the goal too easy and you don't want to make it too hard. Let's talk about relevant. I will learn the cha-cha slide this week versus I will receive 100 points of my dance points in phys ed dance unit. So let's talk about relevancy. This is the hardest part for students to understand. Being relevant means that the goal has to be relevant for your specific idea. So is it specific for this class? Is it about school? Is it positive? Does it relate to what your long-term goal will be? So it has to be relevant to that aspect. Time bound. I will never get into trouble ever again versus I will not have a referral this month in any of my classes. So that's specific time. A time bound means when are you going to accomplish it? If you don't put a time on your goals, you'll never get anything done, no matter how specific or relevant or obtainable or measurable they are. If you don't put a time on the goal, you won't have anything to actually work towards. So let's practice. Are these goals smart or do they need to be more specific? I want to do good in school. Is that specific enough? How could you fix it? Think about that for a second. You might say something like, I want to get all A's in the first quarter by studying all of my courses for 20 minutes every night. Okay? So being specific and having a time frame and making it relevant, those are things that are going to make the goal smart. Let's look at this example. By next Friday, I want to practice 100 free throw shots using the correct form. Now that's a SMART goal because it's telling you when, it's telling you that you're going to practice. It's super specific. And how many you're going to practice? 100. That's a lot. And that it makes it relevant and obtainable because you're going to be using the correct form. You're practicing that form correctly. So this is a great SMART goal. So one thing that we're going to do is we're going to be filling out a SMART goal setting sheet. And you're going to use all of the SMART goal aspects of it: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Make sure that it's positive and school appropriate and something which you can actually strive for. So success criteria. I will make and monitor 2 SMART goals related to theater class. That right there is a SMART goal. So you're going to create 2 of them for theater. Complete the SMART goal worksheet to build your SMART goal. And complete the monitor sheet. That's the sheet. And you'll keep and monitor this at least twice a month in class. So you're going to make your own copy and you're going to put it in your theater folder. You're going to make 2 goals. So some goal ideas for goals. If you're a beginning theater student, think about where you are right now and where you want to be, especially maybe by Christmas or even by May. You want to make 2 goals. Maybe you're not loud enough. Maybe you need to work on your volume. How can you do that? Maybe you want to slow down and not be so nervous. So think about being very specific on what you can do daily, weekly, monthly to help you obtain your goal. If you're an advanced theater student, you might want to think about what are your goals for next year. Maybe you want to audition for production class. Well, that audition, how do you get there? What will you do? How will you obtain that goal? Make it measurable, make it relevant. Okay, so this is what the form is going to look like. It's going to have the SMART down the side, and it's going to ask you specifics. Which, what, who, where, when, and why. And you're going to put down what that goal is. Okay, and now you're not going to put down that you met the criteria yet because we won't do that until later on. And then you're going to make it measurable. How much or how many times are you going to do it? What is the action going to be? And how is it relevant and realistic? And then give me the time. The timeline's got to be down there. When are you going to obtain this by? Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing. You're going to be filling out the SMART goal sheet. We want you to do that today and start thinking about them. Then you're going to go to a Flipgrid, and we have a fun activity I hope you'll take that you'll really take on. And it's called I Don't Throw Away My Shot by Hamilton. And so we want you to come up with a really cool, creative way of sharing your goals with us. So you can wrap it. You could be creative, however you want to do it. You can put on costumes. You can have a prop, whatever you want to do. So it'll be a Flipgrid that you'll do, and you have until next Monday to complete it. All right, so that's all we have about goal setting. So think about where you want to go and what you want to do.